wrap up, I'm going to continue my video. We got cut off on the first one. But basically, Edward goes on to write, I currently feel fulfilled. I have not felt this fulfilled in many, many years. Why? Because there is a version of me that feels fulfilled, and I started to become aware that I am that version. How exactly have I been implementing this? Whenever I have an unlovely thought or experiencing something unwanted, I reassure myself that there is a version of me that is thinking a lovelier thought and is expressing a lovelier experience. Then I simply assume that I am that version of myself. I have to, because I am aware, and it is me. There is no other. I do not have to ask for anyone's permission, because it is mine. All that is truly necessary for me to do is to become aware of being that version. I love that. He writes, I assume I am essentially myself, just a different version, and I do not interfere with how it will come about. I let it be physically. I let it be physically, and how I become comfortable. I become comfortable, however it comes about. So he just lets it be because he is aware. Because when you become aware of that, which it is that you could say you desire to be a version of yourself, as soon as you give that to yourself as the truth of you, you are that. You are that version. It's not pretend. You could say, I have to make believe that I am this version of myself. But you only have to do that, and in my opinion, I think this is probably why, is because of the programming of the narratives and the experiences that we've had where we weren't that version, where we didn't feel like we were the version that we desired to be. So you allow yourself in your imagination to give yourself that version that you really want to be. And you get to give yourself that because you can give yourself anything you desire. And then once you've given yourself that desire, it's no longer an active desire. There's no gap between what it is that you want and what it is that you have, because it's done. You've given it to yourself. It is a done deal. And the only thing then that you're really doing is you're continuing to allow yourself that grace. And in the gap between what you can see, feel, taste, touch with your senses in the outer world, in the 3D world, that gap becomes smaller and smaller and smaller between what it is that you are imagining yourself to be and actually experiencing yourself to be. So that's where you give yourself the grace to believe, to have faith to trust that you're giving yourself what you want, and yourself, the beingness of you, is giving back to you in your experience in the 3D world that and so much more, right? Because feeling is the key. It's an important part of the expression. You need to allow yourself to feel that you are that version of yourself. For that version of yourself to be expressed in the 3D world. And you're the only person that can allow that to happen. So if you want that, it's yours. There's nothing that will keep it from you except reactivating versions of yourself or your experience that is unwanted. So it just comes down to practice. The more you practice, experiencing yourself as the version of you that you desire to be, and feeling that it is yours, the more you practice that, the smaller the gap becomes, and the more instantaneous and in the flow you begin to experience yourself in the 3D world as the versions of you that you are most interested in being. In your being, right? I just think that this is a phenomenal focus, and I'm excited about it because for me it's going to be, I don't know, it's filled in some little gaps where I feel like I have a fuller, more deeper understanding of what it is that I'm doing when I'm giving myself what I want, right? And what it means and what I can expect as a result of allowing myself to have and do this in my just in my now. If something comes up, I know that there's a version of me that is handling everything exactly the way I want it to be, right? And so there's no, there's no room for me to hold what is an unwanted version of an experience or myself, and to experience a wanted version of an experience for myself in the now, right? it doesn't it doesn't really work effectively. And I think that's where a lot of things can come into your experience that are unwanted, right? So I don't know, I'm just really excited about this post, and I'm really excited about what it means for my focus. And I really think that, and I feel that this is opening up a huge portal of potentiality for me to access even more fully what it is that I'm wanting. So hopefully what I've said makes sense, and I, as always, would love to know your thoughts on it. I'm interested to see if you're utilizing this as well and how that's going for you, because you know, the more we can discuss anything that feels like that is working, or discuss something that feels like it's not working, we can work it out, you know, and really the goal is to live the life experience that you want and to feel the way you want to feel, right? And to feel good or better. So, so yeah, I will end this here and we'll see how things go. But I'm definitely going to be taking some notes. I made some notes for myself personally, and I'm going to test some things out. And I'll make another video about it. But I can tell already, just by how I feel, that this is big, and it's only going to show me more awareness and clarity of the I am, and how my relationship is very symbiotic, synchronistic with this, with everything that I've just shared with you, how that will allow me to be more fully connected and just in the flow of my own beingness, right? So my last little piece that I wrote on my note was, I am aware that I am free to have, be, do, experience whatever pleases me now. Whatever pleases me now. And I can tell you, I am very pleased by a lot of things, but nothing pleases me more than finding awareness about coming into an alignment with the greater blossoming of my own beingness in my life experience, and how and what that means with the inner world and the outer world, and how that works together. So yeah, this is a pretty magical day, I feel like. So I have nothing but heart sparkly glittery love bombs for you. And I hope that your day is just absolutely beautiful in every way possible. So much love until we talk again. Take care.